number 3, and Kuberabi trailing behind
Oh
Mr.
no,
Stark and
Kuberabi.
into a spin.
Oh, that is a wing change coming for him. Thankfully though, pit lane is just right on the right side of him immediately there, so he can jump in immediately. That was going to be such a beautiful move if it was pulled off, but Kuberabi ran a little too wide on the exit. You're racing up out here. DRS will be available for use this lap onwards. So the first one to get a taste of it is Derp on UK. Will he make the move immediately and go after Andrej? We're about to find out very shortly as Derp activates the DRS, blasts the speed down the straight, and UK is also defending a little hard there. Trying to take the defensive line into turn 1. He goes the inside. Derp goes around the other. Can he make it though? Can he make it? UK tries to squeeze him out, and there's a bit of contact. Both of them run wide, and that's Envy. He goes up into P2. UK and Derp collide.
Yeah, I was mentioned Dishy's claim to fame was to take that pass along with Envy up into P3, but he missed out by just a bit. He got sent out of track, and that's contact between now Dishy and UK by the looks of it. Might have been desync as well. Regardless, they're side by side right now with Dishy's nose up in front. UK trying his best to fend off the Alpha Tauri, but in vain. That attempt goes. Dishy up in a P4, UK down to P5. Now he wants another position, and he can see it right in front of him on the main straight as he comes. He's within a second. He's probably not going to get the move done, but UK will on Dishy around the outside. They stay side by side. No contact. Keep it clean, boys. And it looks like they did keep it clean, but it's Dishy who holds on to P4, and UK is going to have to fend off Big Man Joe as he comes charging for that position of his.
Indeed, and it's starting to heat up in the lower parts of the upper parts of the midfield here, I will say. Derp doesn't look like he has the pace at the start here. Oh yeah, he runs wide, and that just means Dishy will take the P3. No imitations needed, and that medium tire is working so well for Dishy right now, up into P3 already.
Dishy's finding it difficult to hold on to that podium position because Derp's out on his tail as well, but somehow he doesn't overshoot it, breaks incredibly, parks the car perfectly into that corner, arguably fending off not just Derp, but the likes of putting him into trouble too. UK and Big Man Joe make the pass on Derp. Derp's gonna have a lot to say about that move by Dishy.
Indeed, but Derp himself made a mistake on the exit of Aqua Minerali, going on to the exit curb, which ruined his momentum and lost all the positions. Down to P6 he goes. Right behind him his teammate, who I don't think will put up too much of a fight. Up in front, Dishy now has to fend off 4 drivers behind him.
Andrej sets the fastest lap time as he continues to lead this race, and on the main straight, DRS for 5 cars by the looks of it, with UK on the tail of Dishy for the second time out in the last 2 laps. Around the outside he goes. Dishy overshoots it by just so much, and it might just be a repeat because Big Man Joe takes 1 position. Derp to follow as well. UK is left with the short end of the stick down in P6. Dishy somehow holding on to P3. My oh my, on lap number 6, we have quite the action out on track.
Oh, and he almost ran into the back of Derp into Toza, but managed to keep it out of the way. UK, and I think there's a car going off track, and that is Envy from P2. Now he drops all the way down, and what's happening there? There's another collision going on at the exit of Temporal Chicane. Sicknick is out, reversing onto the track once again, trying to be safe on the entry there. Mr. Vex goes through. RB Fellow soon to follow, who might have had an incident of his own there.
Yeah, a bit of context there. I think there was an incident between Big Man Joe and Sicknick. Big Man Joe's missing an end plate, so he'll be headed into the pits. I'm sure of that.
Oh, red light up, blinking Sartek. There you go. Dishy is pretty low on battery, and here comes Derp. He will go around the outside. Can he make the move this time around the outside? He's just not alongside enough, but squeezes his way through, takes the curb, takes a bit of a hit on the suspension, but through he goes, retakes P2, and UK tries to send it as well. Dishy once again trying to defend his position, stays in P4 just for a little longer.
Beautiful defense by the likes of Derp there, and Dishy now primed for the taking of UK as well on his gearbox. UK breathes down, and UK will have to stay behind Dishy for a couple of more corners. Within 2/10 he remains, and yeah, with Dishy with no ERS, he's clearly at a disadvantage. Derp is pulling away, UK out on his tail. It's a matter of a couple of corners before UK gets that position off of him.
Indeed, so close to hitting the rear of Dishy as well. UK runs wide, and he spins on the exit of Aqua Minerali. Let's get back to the action here. Sicknick once again tries to line up a move on Mr. Wax. doesn't wait for it, goes for the inside into Rivazza 1 and 2. That has put off Mr. Vex slightly, and coming out of Rivazza 2, looks like with DRS, can Signy get a move on? Can RB Fellow go for a move? Looks like he wants to go for a move instead, and down the inside he goes. RB Fellow, will he make this 2 in one corner? He makes it 2 moves into turn 1, and that's a synchronized spin from Mr. Vex and Signy at temporal chicane. Has retaken that P6, but immediately RB Fellow now on the back of Freeze. He might want to get back that P6, and there you go, up into P5 once again, but he has lost a lot of time to UK up in front. The gap now 7 seconds when it was just 3.5 before.
He's now having the best of outings in this season of the Bwoah Racing League.
Let's hold and thought, because UK here into Piratella with the fresher tires, goes down the inside of Big Man Joe, takes P5 away. Big Man Joe on those old medium tires from pretty much early parts of the race due to wing damage on the hard tires now is really compromised here. What a bum it has been for him, isn't it? Because he had shown great amount of pace in the sprint race and in this main race as well, but the little incident pretty much just ruined his strategy.
He's hot on Signy's tail as I say that. So how long can he fend off the likes of Freeze, RB Ferrello and Mr. Vex? Clearly Freeze half a second's gap now to Signy, and he's coming along the main straight. This is the overtaking opportunity he'd hoped for, and as the ERS is being deployed on Freeze's front, Signy's left hanging a sitting duck out in front. He'll get picked off as he comes alongside of him, and up into P7 he goes, Freeze.
Yep, fresher mediums against older hards, no competition there. Freeze making it easy despite spinning coming out of the pit lane much earlier. 4-second gap reduced to nothing in about lap or 2.
The first win of the season. Andrej wins the Imola GP, or the Emilia Romagna GP of Bwoah Racing League Season 6 ahead of Dub, who started on pole position, has to settle for P2 ahead of Envy, who is wrapped up the podium up in front. Regardless, that's the second time penalty.